Boys, it's about to get real. I have been locked in 12 hours a day with my baby right here, Taoradar.io. In my mind, I'm building the next great Bittensor data analytics tool. But I was facing a lot of problems when it came to generating code with LLMs because Bittensor is extremely niche. And it was hallucinating a lot as to getting live blockchain data, calling APIs with the right URLs and things of that nature. So I was on Twitter and saw that Subnet97 Flamewire released its MCP for Bittensor. Basically a bridge between AI coding, exactly what I do as a Bittensor builder, and blockchain data. There's not a lot of live information about blockchain data. So we would need this plugin tool to reduce hallucinations and build more efficiently. So I wanted to take you guys on a building journey with me, and we're going to build a live updatable dashboard, probably in the metrics section right here, that is going to use the MCP plugin. And you guys will get to see how I build in plain English without a coding degree. I'm not a senior developer. I just have pure willpower. I'm at it 12 hours a day and I just love learning. I'm literally addicted to it. So I'll be showing you guys how I continue building this Taoradar web app that I started, but with the Flamewire MCP. So for all you builders, lock in, strap up, because this will be a nugget filled video. If you guys just take some notes, you will be left with many more skills by the end of this video. So let's get to it. So just for context, and it's in the section right here, tools and MCP, as you can see, Bittensor 19 tools and 26 resources pre-added to any LLM that you use. It's basically going to supercharge it. But what came to mind for me is that I had a bunch of chats regarding Taoradar, about 16 chats with Claude Code. So I put them all into a project that's called Knowledge Context. You can just add the chats right here if you want to do that for yourself and add them to the project with the button right here. Then you can just click your project, and I'm going to tell him with one giant prompt to make me a huge knowledge-based context about Bittensor terms, validator emissions, chain emissions, keys, mining, all that sorts of things, for it to supercharge the building even more combined with the MCP. So this is going to be your ultimate builder's hub. I'm probably going to standardize that document and put it in a section right here so you guys could be able to download it. And your chat has instant information about Bittensor, chain emissions, keys, blockchain raw data and things of that nature. Maybe the MCP already has it, but we're still going to do it. And I told them, okay, I built this tool. It involves running all these different things, querying my own node, decoding raw blockchain data, miner keys, JSON outputs, emissions, mathematics, shares, and things of that nature. You guys can pause the screen right here. I'm going to scroll it up all the way through so you can read my prompt. And I'm just going to press enter for him to make me a huge MD file that I can drop into Cursor once we're ready to build again. And as you can see, the main goal is to supercharge the LLM with Bittensor nuances, terms, and functionalities, plus the Flamewire MCP for the ultimate plain easy onboarding protocol for Bittensor builders just like me. Guys, subscribe to the channel. Nobody is making these types of videos on YouTube. I'm literally addicted to Bittensor and I'm sharing my builder, staker, miner, investor journey. This is literally amazing. So I've achieved so much in 6 months and I wanted to share as much as possible with you guys. So the file is locked and ready, boys. Look at this table of context. What is Bittensor? Core tokens and units? What are wallets and keys? Alpha shares? Decoding the blockchain, extrinsic information, guys. All of this would be helpful if you're a Bittensor builder. Paired with the Flamewire endpoints and your 1 million credits that they gave me for free. I don't know who could stop you guys. 1 million credits are about 10 bucks right now, so it has never been cheaper to build stuff on Bittensor. Just lock the freak in and start doing things, man. These kind of situations don't last forever. So now what I'm about to do in its simplest form, I have a bunch of files on a VPS that are powering Taoradar as we speak at the moment. So this isn't local development. We need to take a snapshot of all those files, SCP it on my own personal computer on my desktop, and open these files with Cursor so Cursor can edit the files for us. local host it, and just develop internally on my local machine so I can show you guys how I build the dashboard. So I'll catch you guys when I do that. For you curious developers, it's going to look something like this on my computer, Taoradar. We have the backend, we have Flask communicating with all these Python scripts that run computations, and we have the front end that serves, what the users see. Guys, AI is just nuts, man. Let's initialize the Git. So let's add the origin. So I've now deployed a GitHub repo of my project and pushed it from my VPS to GitHub. And I also pulled it on my own personal computer, so it looks something like this. And we are now ready to test locally. So before we continue our crypto building journey, I wanted to talk to you guys about Bitget's Universal Exchange new product rollout. So Bitget's UEX offers the world's first tokenized stock perpetual contracts. So you guys could trade the biggest stock equity names directly from their platform. You don't have to juggle between brokers and all sorts of applications. So you could trade your Nvidias, your Teslas, your Amazons, your Google, all in one app with USDT. And on top of that, you get up to 100x leverage. So it's pretty cool, fast and seamless. You can long or short the biggest names in global equities using simply USDT. And forget about regular stock market hours. Bitget's UEX is crypto native, so you have 24/7 market access to place your trades. So Bitget's Universal Exchange offers much more than crypto. Stock perpetuals are a core piece of UEX's vision. So like I said, one account, one app, it's unlimited access to global assets. I'm talking crypto, stocks, commodities, DeFi, TradFi, all under one roof. And on top of that, if you're a trader and you sign up to Bitget's Universal Exchange, you get a $10 USDT bonus when you sign up and you place your first trade. If that's something interesting for you, there will be a Bitget link in the video description so you guys can check it out. Open it with Cursor. So go to your project folder destination, select Taoradar. And voila, all the files are on my computer right now. We are ready to use the Flamewire MCP. Now head on over to your Flamewire front end, log in with Google. It's very easy to find. I'll link it in the description and generate an API key. It's as simple as that. It takes one click and name it to whatever you want to do with it. Little bonus advice, so my project folder looks like this. Make sure in your I don't know how to pronounce that, you have your environment folder, because this is where your Tao stats, Flamewire, all of your API keys are, and you don't push and pull them from the VPS in the computer. Not gonna go over how it works, but those of you who know what I'm talking about, don't forget this step. Let me remind you really quickly what we're up to. So on my data analytics platform, I want to have cool dashboards for you guys so you can reference cool Bittensor Tao statistics, very similarly to what Tao app is doing. They're pulling live blockchain data, and we want to do that via the Flamewire API. So the first thing we're going to do is test their endpoint and see if it's reachable from our own computer. So here's a little test command that I'm going to run directly in my terminal with my API keys. And boom, we just got the blockchain data. This is information about subnet pools and prices and market caps and things of that nature. So the API is reachable. I just wasted 1 out of my 1 million credits. Let's get it. Now the meat and potatoes, let me quickly show you how I plug Bittensor's MCP into my cursor. So go on here on the little wrench, click settings, go to tools and MCP, add custom MCP, and literally change this file right here to, this right here. Boom. MCP servers, you have the Flamewire URL. It's in the docs. It will be in the description, and you have your API key. So Control S, make sure to save it. Boom, it's saved. And then you would need to restart Cursor. So now I've just restarted Cursor. Let's go to tools and MCP, and boom, there you have it. Flamewire. We have 19 tools and 26 resources, literally supercharging our Sonnet 4.6, whatever, Opus 4.6. When we're going to code, it's going to know Flamewire's endpoints. It's going to know how to access its indexers, fetch the data. It's going to reduce hallucinations, know how to build our dashboards much better. They've laid out 26 resources in all of these MD files. It is literally insane. Guys, I'm just so freaking impressed by Flamewire. This subnet really doesn't deserve its deregistration spot. But hey, what can we do? I can just build and show you guys my journey, with all these different subnets. So now let me quickly add this Bittensor Grandmaster reference MD guide that we built earlier just for the LLM to be supercharged even more. So the file is right there. So now let's get to prompting. All right, so I'm in my agent view. It took me like 5 minutes to actually, get what I need as a prompt. So look at all the existing HTML files. To get the styling, the CSS, and the fonts that I want for my Taoradar website. These are the API calls that you have to make, the computations and, rough mathematics and how the chart would look. So we have information about the X and the Y axis. We have grids and styles and behaviors, of the graph and examples of what it would look like. So let's see what we can one tap with one prompt and this Flamewire MCP. Look at it go. So it's reading all these different things and it's probably figuring out how to give us a dashboard in one freaking prompt. This is the power of AI, guys. I hope you guys are taking notes. Holy moly, in like 2 or 3 minutes, it's already starting to create all these different files. I am so impressed. So our file is going to be called Subnet Heat. And we're gonna see what it looks like. So in a few minutes, literally it's done. And just a reminder as to what we're building. We're building a Tao market cap versus Subnet total market cap, a ratio dashboard for us to distinguish if subnets are oversold or undersold, because it is an important ratio, the base assets market cap versus the subnets market cap. So the file is right here, Subnet Heat HTML. This is what the file is called. Reveal in File Explorer, you're going to click that and open with Chrome. And as you can see, it coded the full front end, but for some reason the data didn't populate. Flamewire API returned empty data. That's why there's no graph. We need to debug this. Something may have silently failed while it was building. So literally this is what I do. Just freaking take a screenshot, go to cursor. It didn't work. Something may have silently broke. What's going on? So I have a feeling this is a formatting issue. So we're just gonna let it run a bunch of tests to see, probably what's the best way to request data. And as you can see, debugging subnet pool prices, debugging Tao price history. Wait for API calls to finish, start sleep. So this is kind of embarrassing, but the Flamewire API test doesn't have apparently data. It returns, empty arrays. And it self-coded some mock data to actually build the graph for me to show you guys. So I don't know what's going on with Flamewire. Are their indexers ready or not? I'm not sure. So just click keep the file right here. I just did it. And whatever, Control S to be sure. And let's update the Subnet Heat HTML file again. So let's just see. So wow. So as you can see, in one prompt, we literally did it. The MCP kind of worked again because it had all the pre-written context and things of that nature. And we literally built a 60-day heat ratio between Tao and Subnet's market cap. This is mock data right here. This is why the lines look like this. But damn, this is kind of crazy. Guys, it literally works. So as soon as I switch the API URLs or figure why we don't have real data, the dashboard is literally done. So the video is literally over. I've coded my dashboard. It's just that the data is not right at the moment. But holy moly, my development speed and my building around Bittensor literally 10x'd with Flamewire's MCP. With one freaking prompt, Cursor knew exactly what to do. And this is what it's all about. It proves it works. I do not know what is going on with this test Flamewire API. I thought it had data. I would need to talk to Alexander. I already asked him the question. But guys, I think this is going to wrap up the video. You see the proof is in the pudding right here. The dashboard is fully displayed in one prompt. This is coding in 2026. It would take you maybe a month 10 years ago. So that was the point of this video. I hope you learned how to code with cursor, and then you just need to git pull it on your VPS and it's going to display on Taoradar. So that was pretty much it for the video. The proof is in the pudding. 60-day heat ratio, subnet market cap divided by Tau market cap. The mathematics are mathing. We just need the data. This is something that takes 1 second. But as soon as we get that right data, that dashboard is going to look nice. I'm going to display it on Taoradar. And I hope you guys got a glimpse as to how I build as a complete beginner. Did you see me write one line of code? Did you see me read code? Did you see me spend hours and weeks and things of that nature to build stuff? No, guys, if you simply open your mind, you open your eyes, there's a lot of opportunities there with AI for practically free. So you don't have any excuses as to not doing stuff or sitting at your hands. Look at me, I'm just like you, a complete beginner, but I am out here doing stuff, grinding. And also let me know, what are you currently doing in Bittensor? Are you looking to invest in subnets, mine, offer things, build products and services? Are you a builder? Are you a regular Joe in Bittensor? What is your Bittensor vibes lately? Leave it down in the comments because I respond to each and every one of you. So I hope you learned something. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys on the next video.